Second day of dishes. A little bit left, utensils and whatnot. Uh, I gotta wipe. I got a lot of these. I dry them, but here they stand just to, just to cool off from the hot water. And, some frying pans. I try to do it every day. I used to do it like 2 times a day so there's no dishes, in the sink when I go to sleep. But lately I just, I've been so like, just mentally stressed and frustrated with all that stuff. But I don't like this. This is disgusting, So it's 10:45 a.m. Let's do some dishes. I have the liquid soap and a sponge. Older sponge, but you know what? Clean it every day, so that's good. This is my favorite part, not just the knife, but utensils, I like to get a nice detailed wash and it's thorough. Especially the blade. Gotta sharpen this up. That's another thing, buy a knife set and you use it for a couple months or a year and you throw it away, but these could be sharpened, cleaned and sharpened. So, just buy it once and you don't need to buy it again. They're expensive, the whole knife set, but they're worth it. Little towelette, rather than blanket. Each 4-spoon knife gets its own treatment, its own wash, I mean, when I first started doing this, like a month or two ago, I started thinking about Fight Club. That scene when Edward Norton's character is in in the kitchen and stuff, and Brad Pitt starts pissing or something, and he tells him not to touch the clam chowder. But he was doing this, you gotta get it really detailed because all those food particles, they get stuck in between the fork and another way to do it is like this, you wash it off and you give it a look. I mean, it doesn't have to be a restaurant, And when I first started doing it, because I never had guests over, but what if someone comes over? And I don't even care about that. Even myself, let's say I get a fork or a knife like this, and there's little thing, and I don't feel comfortable with that. You gotta get the harsh stuff off, instead of getting on the sponge and stuff, getting it dirty. That's why it is a good practice to maybe leave it in water for like some time so it dissolves, but it doesn't always dissolve, So I always thought about it. I don't know if they have it, like a special, just a cleaning thing or something for utensils, for knives and forks. And it's like, would I really want that? I could just do it by hand. If you do it every day or even every other day, how much do you really eat, And then you just take a look. And you get it really up close. It's decent. Dry it off. Hold it with one hand, but here. And put it down. And I'm not gonna say this is fun, but it is fun, I actually like doing this, Not everything, see, this is all. I do get it with the hand just to get the biggest part of the grind. But you know what? And this thing about the sponge, this is softer, this is a little bit rougher. It is deteriorated, but it does help. There's metal little sponges for like something for the grease, and not totally metal. I'm gonna get one of those, But honestly, I get the grease off frying pans in another way, so I hardly need it. These cups, these glasses, I love them, but the mouth is so small. Like to get my hand in there, and one of my knuckles is bruised and still hurts. For the first 2 months, I couldn't do it. I had to use the left hand. It did kind of, heal a little. It still hurts, but I could still do this. Get my hand in there. I can't stand doing this. This is like But I love these glasses, so I don't care. I'll sacrifice whatever it takes, Yeah. Gotta get it really thorough. I'm gonna put my soapy hand on that, you know, wash it off. I don't want to get, I still do. It's so annoying, but. There's always residual water drops left in it. I gotta, you gotta let it get every one of them, you know. And I never go inside too much with this. I could, but what's the point, you know? Get it with two hands like that. Try not to put, even though my hands are clean, you know, I don't want to leave any fingerprints there. And I don't put it upside down because the heat and the moisture would just like, you know, it will steam it up or something. I don't like that, you know. Another one. Love these glasses. The imprint right there. Actually, not the imprint, but it does look like a little jar. It's trying to look like a little jar. You know, I got these. I think in Marshalls or something like that. I saw them. I gotta have it. You know. Not too many of these around. Authentic. 100% recycled glass. It says here, is it really true? I don't know, but it looks pretty cool. I love the light greenish color, you know? It's like a evergreen, but it's very subtle. It's not all the way green. So I really love that. And you know, the thing about recycling, I mean, do people really recycle 100%? I don't even know, but I am into reusables, you know? When you clean something up, you take some of those disposed, and you redo it to the point where, you know, you can use it again. It looks even better than it was new. I mean, you know, furniture you could repaint, you could sand, you could repaint, you could do all sorts of things. You know, there's so many people just throwing away good things. You know, and when you throw it away, I mean, it goes to the dump or something. You know, it's like now that these people that pick this stuff up, you know, city workers, right? It's not like they're gonna take them and like have a place to reuse them or redo them. But you know, that would be a good idea, right? The city takes it and you have a certain warehouse, and people go through, talented or not, and they refinish, retouch them up, you know, instead of going to a dump or something like that, and just, you know, laying around and deteriorating for years or something. I mean, it's ridiculous, you know. But one person picking all that stuff and redoing it, it's just not gonna work, you know. Principle standards, but it is exhausting. It's a naughty car. It's naughty. Yeah, I got this in Marshalls too. I was, ironically, there was a girl I think standing in front of me. I liked her. I was like, oh no, I think it was another time. I was like, here's a naughty car. I was being naughty. Actually, I do mean it that way. It usually happen in the morning, but chances are when I'm drinking, I'm like, nah, it's too early. I can't even think about that. I do it. There we go. Yeah, it's a mug, right? Mug, yeah, but always got to get the brim. Brim, whatever, you know? That's where you put your mouth at. So, you know, it's got to be clean. You know, any germs and, like, you know, anything, even if it's just your own, you know. The fact that it wasn't here in the sink, I mean, it's with other stuff that, you know, might be dirty, so, and it's got to be clean. Always wash my beer cans too. Not with soap, just with water, you know. Because you don't know, like, they had it in the warehouse, they spray with something. And the Budweiser cans I buy, they're never dirty. Natural Ice sometimes was just disgusting when it was on top. It was awful, inside and outside. And I remember one time drinking straight out of a can of Natural Ice. I actually got like it wasn't a zit, it was just something like a wart on my freaking lip. I was so creeped out, you know. I don't think I told anybody about that. But, you know, you gotta wash those up too. The Budweiser cans are clean, but, you know, I don't trust anybody like that. So I just, you know, wash off the mouth and the can where I hold the hand at. Just a quick 2 seconds, 3 wash with cold water, and I put it in the fridge or the freezer if it's not cold enough. Because I like my beer cold. So anyway, there's that. This is the towelette for my hands, just so you know. They are clean. Once a week, 2 weeks, you can see it's a little bit yellowish browning. I do throw them in the laundry. Actually, I wash these by hand sometimes. It's the best. Right there. And you know, you're gonna do it like that. And down on the towelette. Let it cool off. See, I don't have my hands on that. It's clean, but I still give it a wipe. Always wash your hands before you do dishes. And always put the blade this way. There you go. Let it cool off. As here's the towelette. It's leaning downwards off the countertop. I'm folded. I usually have it folded, but I'm gonna put more in here. But yeah, they're drying. The utensils are drying off. I mean, cooling off. You know, like 10-15 minutes. So after they're dried and cooled off, I store my utensils here. Knives, butter knives. I still, you know, I use for practical reasons. Whatever, forks, spoons, smaller spoons, and bread knife, steak knife, and other utensils. This is a bottle opener. I really like that. But yeah, my towelettes and other practical items I need, right? But that's pretty much it for this video. I hope that helped, and you know, I try to do this on a daily basis.